Hello, everyone, and welcome back. We are about to start the final leg of our Pokemon Blue journey. Last time, we had taken on Giovanni, the gym leader of Viridian City. We are going to now make sure that we just get a little bit more healed. And we are going to get ready to take on our next big portion, which is going to be inside Victory Road. Before we go to Victory Road, I wanted to take a quick look at our team. The theme of this playthrough so far has been, toward the back end, feeling like we're underleveled, and I still feel that way. However, I think I'm gonna chance it, which is never a good thing. But first, we have to run into our famous friend who we've run into on this route before. What a surprise to see you here. I'll whip you as a warm-up. Okay, well. You know, it's kind of funny with their dialogue in this game, because if you've beaten him every time, why would he feel so confident that he would whip you? See, I think we're gonna be able to be just... Oh. Well, I was gonna hope we would be just fine, but... I'm gonna hope that we'll be just fine. Because... we sort of have a we definitely have a counter for every single one of his Pokemon. I shouldn't say sort of. But I think that we should at least have a... I think we should at least have some sort of answer. Hopefully we have quad effective on 2 of his Pokemon. So that's helpful. This Rhyhorn is it new to his team? It might be. Yeah, the Rhyhorn is new, so he decided to catch one. Probably in the Safari Zone, maybe, is where they insinuate he's been since, because we last faced him in Silph Co. And, you know, technically you're supposed to, you know, get the Fuchsia City gym before Saffron, but who knows. Alright, Mac. Doing your job. This is the entire reason why we have an electric type on our team. Okay, now we have Growly. Let's put Mama in. I'd like to see how Mama handles... how we can get a few earthquakes, whether we're faster, how it goes. As you can imagine, with Growlithe, who's a stone evolution, they're gonna want to evolve him at some point. Alright, and let's go with... You know what, let's go with Meowie. I know this might be tight. Oof, this is gonna be tough. I might have set Meowie up for failure here. Critical hit. Oh, no, just... Okay, well, then let's try Egg Bomb. Literally. Ah, there we go. Alright, I will call that an Egg Bomb and Meowie split. I think Meowie actually did, like, pretty well there. I don't think Egg Bomb would have been able to one-shot, even with the crit. So let's call it that Egg Bomb Meowie split. And now, Booster. Okay, Booster, this is... Probably Venusaur is the entire reason why we have Fire Blast now, is because we just want something stronger. 10 levels higher, though. But we do have stat experience and other benefits. And a burn. Alright. Let's not get cute. Let's just do an Ember. I still wish we had maybe had a priority move, but oh well. Okay, and there we go. Booster takes down his Venusaur, and with that, Andrew goes down once again. That loosened me up. I'm ready for the Pokemon League. Alright, well, we are 7 for 7 against him. I'm gonna go back and I'm actually going to... No, I'm not gonna... I'm gonna go back and heal real quick. Somehow my pause button disappeared. I was playing around with some stats, and I didn't realize that the pause button disappeared. Or not some stats, some various settings here. I have learned how to cut video together, so we'll be able to use that at least in case I need to pause. In case I realize that, okay, maybe I should go back and heal without bothering you all. Out of full disclosure, I was playing around with OBS mostly because I wanted to figure out how to start streaming some other console games. And it's looking like it might be more difficult, or I might be having more of an issue. I had a real issue with my capture card that I bought. And I wasn't expecting it, to be honest. The capture card issue was sort of the one part of the dongle that I was most or least concerned with. I was using some HDMI converters with Switch and with GameCube, and I just wasn't able to get it to work right. It was a war key converter that I had, and you know, it might just be my settings, which is why I was playing around with it, but I don't know. I think that maybe there's a world where something just was up, so I'm gonna try a different one. Here in Victory Road, this is the beginning before Victory Road. This is Route 23, I believe. You have to pass through every checkpoint with the badges you have. I actually have tried this before, not in this game, but in Fire Red and Leaf Green. And it does actually work that you can get your, that you can pass through with the various badges before you make it all the way. So for example, we could have come here after we beat Surge, and we could have gone right on. I like always checking around too. There are sometimes some items hidden here. I don't know if it's still the case in the first generation. But you want to just make sure that you don't miss anything. Okay, the rainbow badge. That was Erica. Let's surf. That's another way that they gatekeep you there. Is requiring that you have to surf. Only if you have the soul badge from Koga. I thought that was dry land, but alas. Only if you have the marsh badge. Or this supposed to be like docks or something? Huh. Well, anyway, yeah, so you can see there are actually patches of wild grass here. Like, you can fight Pokemon. It is a somewhat perilous area. Great for training. Well, let's see. Yeah, decent for training, we'll say. Let's try a payday. Alright, critical hit. Sometimes when the game stutters like that, I always think that that's the way that it's showing you have a critical hit. Alright, the Volcano Badge. I always think that that's the most fitting name here. I mean, a lot of them are pretty fitting, but Volcano Badge, Cinnabar is a volcano. I think it's pretty cool. Alright, and here we go. Final badge. The Earth Badge. And we have it. Victory Road Gate. And here we are inside Victory Road. This is gonna sound like a broken record, but I'm going to use a super repel. So near the entrance, there's a boulder right here to the west, and a pressure switch all the way to the east. So what you want to do in Victory Road is you want to use strength, and you're gonna have to push boulders around just like in the Seti Islands, but instead it's a bit more of a it's a different system because you have to press them onto these pressure sensors. You can see that just appear on the screen up there. So we have to go up, over to avoid that boulder, over there, and down. So now it's on a pressure sensor, okay? Doing this will remove the barrier on the rocky ledge that we would have had up. So now that we avoided that, we want to get onto the rocky ledge here. And we want to climb up. It's sort of shaped like a giant J. There are a fair number of trainers, so you want to battle each one of them. Okay, Meowth versus Persian. Meowth versus his evolution. Let's see what he can do here. One level higher. One. Oof. Oh. Oh, Meowie. Meowie. Oh, no. Ugh. Alright. Okay, well... No one said Victory Road was going to be easy. Huh. I wonder if we should go buy some revives now. I usually do it at the Victory Road gate. But we're going to want all the training we can get. So I'm thinking maybe I do. Yeah, you know what? Here's what we're gonna do. Let's dig out of here. That should take us back to the Viridian City Pokemon Center. Excellent. Let's heal. And then I believe we should be able to buy revives here. If not, then yeah, we're gonna have to get Fly Guy out and go around. Maybe we'll do our buddy Driller or Zapdos. We'll get him out. Okay. Yep, we're going to have to go do that. Really wish I had my pause button here, but you know what? It's Saturday morning. I've got nothing to do, so little trick if you want to do that. Deposit your last guy, because then when you deposit Fly Guy back and you take him out, he'll then be last in your party, the guy that you put back in. Let's go to Celadon. Celadon should have everything. Let's also deposit a bunch of items, now that I think about it. We're not going to need a lot of this stuff. We're not going to need the Super Rod. We're not going to need the Secret Key anymore. In fact, we're not going to need our bike either. We're not going to need these TMs either. We could sell them, but to be honest, you never know what you need in the Elite Four, so I'd rather sell other things. See if there's anything worth withdrawing. HP up. We'll definitely want that. We'll definitely want the ethers. I mean, we saved these all for this part of the game. Let's see. Rare candy. Yep, we're gonna want all of those. Just in case. Elixir, yep. X accuracy. So that's actually what makes Nidoking so good in this game. Now we'll save the Master Ball. Awakening. No, we're gonna have something to handle that. Okay. So, yeah, the X accuracy is what makes Nidoking so strong in this game, is because you can get Horn Drill, which is a one-hit KO move, but if you use the X accuracy, it makes it 100%. So you drop an X accuracy and you just destroy the entire battle. No, not TMs. No, maybe this is the guy we want. Yeah, we want Revive. I usually get about like 20 of these for the Elite Four, just in case you need them. You know what? Let's get some super potions. We have the money. I know it's like not great, we want something more, but we can always sell them. We have tons of cash. I don't feel like going to go get other stronger potions right now. Alright, now let's continue on our way. Minutes into the Victory Road episode, and we have barely even touched Victory Road. These games are meant to be fun. They're not meant to be... I mean, look, you can speedrun it if you want. Maybe one day I'll do a speedrun, but... You know. The one thing that does... I don't know. I think the reason why I do like this first game so much is because one of the issues you tend to have in the later games, if you have the issue like we're having, or not, I wouldn't say issue, but the concern that we're having over being under-leveled, you end up getting to a position where you... Oh, okay. let's do that. You get to the position where you catch a really strong Pokemon like our Driller, Zapdos, and you decide, you know, I'm going to have to use this guy on my team now instead of my other electric type, just because he's level 50, he's stronger, he's a legendary. So, you know, there's a world where we should consider benching Mac for Zapdos, but I wouldn't do it. I mean, the game here, because it gives you the stat boosts from gym badges, even though you're level 40 or so, you're still a little bit stronger. That's not the case in other games, but it might mean that Mac is actually stronger than the other Pokemon. So, all that's to say, I think that, you know, it makes our decision to keep Mac on our team a lot easier. We, you know, what is an emotional decision can become actually the right decision. And that always feels good emotionally. Alright. There we go. And now we will get on into back into Victory Road. I'm glad we didn't pause there. We still have to move the boulder again. Yeah, let's use strength now. Ah, shoot. Gotta use strength again. What I meant to do is hit start and then drop the super repel. Doesn't always work though. Especially if someone is the same level or higher. So, you know what? No, let's get I want Meowie to get some experience here. This is also the highest level Pokemon that you can face in Victory Road. So I really want Meowie. Let's try a water gun. Yeah. Nice. And then we even get Payday off. This is the highest level Pokemon you face in Floor 1 of Victory Road. So, you know, it's good to allow Meowie to be able to train up just a little bit. Until he gets to level 44, and then it'll be too high for any wild Pokemon to evade our super repels, at least on the first floor. I haven't quite checked second and third yet. While pausing has been good, there we go. While pausing has been good for some of the playthrough ability and the, helping out the stream a little bit, I do find that it is it takes away from some of your ability to play. So here you have to choose one item or the other for now. So we can take TM43. TM43 is... Actually, I don't know. Let's see. Sky Attack. Oh, okay. Bulbapedia actually says that TM47 is Sky Attack. We want to... I know, annoying, but we want to leave the cave for right now because we want to go back in and get the other item too. So, not Pokédex. So, we have to go. I'll show you the blockade. Oh, actually, it might have already been. You might not have to press it off again. That's good to know. Yeah, you don't have to press it off again. Wow. Okay. Maybe I'll show you on the second route. This rare candy is good, though. I might load up our team on rare candies before the Elite Four. We don't have many, but... Okay, so now we're on this other side of this boulder. We'll face this trainer. There are a fair number of trainers in Victory Road. This cool trainer starts off with Ivysaur. Let's see what Body Slam can do. Nice, Meowie. Let's knock a payday then. Alright, War Turtle. You know what? Usually at a spot like this, what I like to do is I'll keep my first guy out, but I will then switch to who's more effective, because I just want to get through the cave. I don't want to get... We're not going to be one-shotting with non-super effective moves, I don't think. So let's do that. Alright, Squirt, here we go. So there are 3 floors in Victory Road. It's a little bit of a circuitous path. You have to kind of go up and down a little bit. A Charizard. Yes, we are going to switch. We have... So this is the only time we're going to face Charizard, I believe. But this is the entire reason we have Rock Slide. Quad effective Rock Slide. Alright, mama. Excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. I had a chance. I don't know about that. Okay, so we're going down here to floor 2. There's another boulder down here to the south, and we want to push it to the to that switch there. What you want to do, though, in order to do that, is use Mama's Strength. And push it down, push it over 1, and now push it down. You gotta be really careful here. So once you push that boulder south, you want to go along this rocky ridge here. It opens up one of the... there were some barriers right here. I promised to show you the barriers. I guess we're just getting too good. Alright, Black Belt wants to fight. Well, the benefit is if he knocks out Meowie, the poison goes away. Alright, I don't want that. I'd like to at least save some of them. Low kick is... Okay. Alright, well, let's put Booster in. Let's just do a next man up mentality here for these few. At least when we don't have a super effective move. Yeah, flying is... Oh, we do have a super effective move. I forgot Egg Bomb has Psychic, and it's a Psychic type. Okay, well, that was silly of me. Oh, it'll pay off. I keep forgetting that we have... Okay. Mr. Egg Bomb the Third, come on out. Take down these gross Machokes. It's actually a shame. I like Machoke a lot. I only used the line once. I used it in a playthrough of Crystal Legacy. I used a Machoke Machamp line, and I loved it. Oh, actually, okay, you saw the barriers there flinch for just a second. Alright, let's use our repel. Or revive. Now he was revitalized, and then let's use some super potions on him. That'll be fine. Fine enough, I should say. Okay, so we face that black belt. And you want to now head this way. Okay, you can see that barrier there. We're not going to be able to get through that. So you wish to challenge the Elite Four. I do. Right. Drowsy. Or as he says in the anime, drowsy. Sorry, Drowse. Oh, Hypno! That was the other Pokemon I keep forgetting. Oh, is it? Yes, in my playthrough. Oh, wait, no. We had Hypno. Well, anyway, here's Slash. Yes, we do want to make room for Slash. Slash instead of Screech. I know we now have like a bunch of normal type moves, but that's what Meowie is for. Okay. Let's put in Egg Bomb here. Psychic types are our toughest matchup, I think, here because of their high special. We don't have any super effective moves. Best we can do is Egg Bomb's physical Egg Bomb. And then, because we can tank Psychics from them. Yeah. Let's just hope that we land. Ugh. And Juggler withdraws Hypno. Okay, that's not bad. Let's hope this Egg Bomb lands, though. As you can see, the Gen 1 AI does love these non-attacking moves on turn 1. Sometimes it causes them to even use Recover. They don't need it, and they're faster. You know what, though? Yes, we will. Let's put in Meowie. Meowie should be faster than Hypno now, and with Hypno's lowered... Yeah, let's do this. Let's now use Slash. Slash has a high critical rate chance. Oh, nice. And because Meowie's so fast, this is what we've been waiting for. Alright, Meowie, slash it up. Nice! Meowie is back! Is Meowie gonna evolve? I don't think so. I don't think so. I like Meowie being a Meowie. I think I want to keep it that way. And I think he wants to keep it that way. Alright, so now on the southern end, you have TM5, which is Mega Kick. I think we might hold on Mega Kick for right now. If you head over here, you'll find a boulder. Oh, do you find a boulder? No. What you gotta do is, we're gonna go around this guy. Got the full heal, let's drop another Super Repel down. Alright. But we're gonna talk to this guy. Oh no, 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 no. Ugh. Ugh, that wasn't what I wanted at all. It shouldn't have let me use it. Okay. Well, that's why you don't stare at another screen and use items. Alright, Booster. Let's hit you with the Fire Blast. I think your special is going to be too low to tank this. There we go. Alright, Booster. I wanted to use that because I knew Booster was kind of close. Let's do Fire Spin instead of Ember. I know Ember is stronger, but I like the ability to trap them. Alright, and Mac, come on out. Ooh, Golduck doesn't look great. Golduck looks like it's got weird horns and stuff on its head. Ugh. And it's like crouching? Ooh, that is not a good look, Golduck. I've always liked Golduck too, but... Alright. I want to move Booster down a little bit. Alright, there we go. Forget if this is the ladder we want, or if it is... Yeah, no, we've got to go this way, get this TM up here, and then go down that ladder. Mr. Mime. I actually think we have a decent counter for Mr. Mime now with Slash. Light screen does not worry us. No worries here because guess what? We're all physical. I think that's 3 for 3 crits with Slash. I had a real debate about... So Meowth learns Slash at level 44, and Persian I think is a little bit beyond that. TM17 here is Submission. But yes, we want to come back over and we want to climb that ladder. Climb down that ladder, I should say. So now we're on the 3rd floor of Victory Road. And in the northeast, we'll find a cool trainer. I believe right over here. He heard rumors of a child. Can't be us. Alright, Executor. Executor... Let's Slash up. Okay. Alright, come on, Meowie. Let's hope for another high roll crit. High roll crit. Uh-oh. Yeah. Meowie? No, we're not. We're not getting cute. Meowth needs all the experience he can get. There we go. Cloyster. Sounds like a job for Mac. Yeah, the ice and water types are tough in this game. You have to have an electric type for it. Because if you don't, you can't really use your fire type with the ice because they have water, and so even if it were super effective, if you're not faster, you're taking a super effective hit yourself. Arcanine really does look like a Chinese dog. They like the not cartoons, but like the caricatures of the Chinese dogs. Great. Sorry, cool trainer. The rumors were true. They were, and the rumors were also true that Meowth is officially staying a Meowie. As I was saying, I debated letting Meowie evolve. Asking Meowie to evolve. And I just like the idea of going into the Elite Four and winning with a Meowth at this point. I think it... Right now, I feel like it would be cheap if we evolved Meowie. Right. You know what, though? Let's... If it's only 50 in this generation... There we go. We have plenty, too. We have Max Revive. That'll be very helpful for the Elite Four. Those are another item that you can't pick up on your own. So here's a switch, but... I believe this here... Yeah, this is the TM for Explosion. We don't want to do anything with this switch just yet. I believe we want to climb down here, and now we're on a different part of the 2nd floor. So here we can battle this Pokemaniac So, one thing I wanted to mention that came across my mind was there's a really, well, you might be wondering to yourself, how do all these people get into Victory Road, and how do the trainers fare? Yeah, like how do they decide who gets there? And there's a really great YouTuber named Adef, and what Adef will do is he marches through the games and he takes all the teams of the people in Victory Road or the gym leaders or the Elite Four and sees, okay, could they with their team end up making it to, like, through all the gym battles, through to Victory Road, etc. I think he also does it with sometimes with like Red's team or with the rival, etc. It's a really cool series. You'd be surprised sometimes about who is good and who's not. Alright, Licky Tongue. Yeah, let's... You know, is Booster next up? Let's put Booster in. Because, you know, there are some Elite Four members who seem really strong, but then are not able to do anything. Let's try our first Fire Spin. And Lickitung can't move. See, that's why Fire Spin is pretty good in this generation. It's sort of like a two-hit turn like that. Still not as good as our Bite, though. So maybe we learned a decent lesson. Don't get cute. Alright. Let's switch Mac down now. And we're going to put Mama out front here real quick, because you might notice there's another bird here. Let's save before facing it. This bird here is the final of the legendary trio of birds. So, if you remember in Seafoam Islands, we took on Articuno, we took on Zapdos in the power plant, and now we have Moltres in Victory Road. Let's hit it with one Rock Slide. I didn't even know Fire Spin could miss. Alright, let's chuck a few Ultra Balls, see what'll happen. You know what? No, we have one legendary bird. Let's keep it that way. Let's keep it at one legendary bird. Sorry, Moltres, but we're gonna have to take you down. That's also fitting, I think, because because Zapdos was the first legendary bird I remember catching. You can't catch him again, though, so he's gone, unfortunately. If I want a special Moltres or a special Articuno with the Game Boy logo on it and Pokemon Home, I'm gonna have to just catch a different one. Start over again. Okay. So that was a nice little detour. Not necessary, you don't have to come this way. But when battle's over, you can just take the ladder back up to the 3rd floor. So now, we want to take this boulder all the way in the northeast, and you want to push it westward. So it's gonna... Yet again, we have to use Strength. Which that doesn't change in later games, I don't think. You still have to use Strength on every floor of a cave. So now you want to push it over to 16 times. Uh-oh. Oh, yikes. I didn't even know we could... Let's see. Yeah, Onyx can spawn at a 45. I forgot we even had Squirt up. Alright, so who's worried about Onyx? But, okay. Yeah, level 45 Onyx can spawn on the 3rd floor. And a level 45 Machoke, it looks like. Alright, well, good to know. So I think I mentioned before that I was going back through and editing some old videos of footage from this playthrough. And trying to put together a little, like, playthrough summary, I would say. And I realized I misspoke in a video. I think I mentioned that Nob Ogasawara was the inspiration for Snorlax. And that's actually not true. I confused him with a guy by the name of Koji Nishino. And Koji Nishino is the one who people design, or who Game Freak designed Snorlax after. If you take a look, it's actually pretty funny how similar they look. I think it's a pretty good joke. But they made it a strong Pokemon. Right, so now you want to go over 1, 2, 3, 4. You want to push it past that boulder. And now go down 3 times and over. If you if you lock yourself in, you can always reset the boulder. But there you go. That removes the barrier, so you can reach the southern area. You want to walk across the rocky ridge now. Face these trainers. Or at least this trainer. Wow, Parasect. We have not seen Parasect yet. Let's switch into Booster, though. Parasect is not very strong. If we get hit by Spore... Okay, we can take a Slash, I think. Okay. Yeah, I didn't... That would not have been a good time to miss our first Fire Blast. But yikes, Parasect, man. Alright, Dugong Gong Gong. Sounds like a job for Mac Attack. Alright, so... Oh, man. In Gen 1... This will actually give us a good insight into whether that was a high or low roll. It actually won't. But in Gen 1, if they use a potion or recover and it's on the second move, it won't get priority sometimes. So you can use it to your advantage on occasion. Let's keep Mac out. I think Chansey has low special. No, maybe Chansey has high special. Now let's use Swift. There we go. Wow, if Chansey has high special. Well, I guess because it's a normal type. What is it going to use its special with? Okay, though. We can... Let's use a Super Potion on Boost, baby. And we want to now head down. Face off these trainers down here. Only the Chosen can pass through here. I think I could avoid both of you, actually. So, I think I could have walked right past you. Oh, well. Krabby, we're gonna want to switch. Let's put in Egg Bomb. Egg Bomb is going to be able to tank better what Krabby is going to throw at us with Krabby's high attack. Yeah. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to want to Mega Drain, get some of our health back. It's also our super effective move. Beautiful. Egg Bomb the third. There we go. Sorry, not Krabby Kingler. What was I saying? Tentacle. Yeah, this is a Mac attack. We could have kept Egg Bomb the third in, but we're gonna need Mac for some pretty important battles. I'm not loving how Mac is not one-shotting with Thunderbolt, so maybe I might have to give Mac some more training. And it's not just that one time. I mean, Mac's got high attack, which is what makes it so good. Finally, we face off a different Blastoise. I love calling Blastoise. Like Tortoise, Blastoise. I just think it's interesting, like the difference between like Bulbasaur and Bulbasaur. I don't know why people have their own eccentricities with that. I guess I'm one of them. Okay. So we're gonna face off this trainer. We're gonna continue heading east, and we're gonna push a boulder here down the hole in the floor, and then jump down after it, just like we did previously in the Seafoam Islands. Oh man. So for no poison. Jeez. Alright, let's Fire Blast. How is Fire Blast hitting more than that? I mean, oof. Yeah, we're gonna want to let's keep on Fire Blasting. This is a victory bell. We've got to pray that we land our last Fire Blast. Yep. Alright, let's see. What are you made of, Booster? What are you made of? Yes! Way to go, Booster. That could have gotten very hairy, but now we're out of Fire Blasts. Well, we don't have much more to go. Alright, Booster. Okay. Oh. This is not where I thought we were. We have to go. Let's see. Alright, now that we've faced them, is it this way we go? Huh. Hold on a second. So... Why could we not get through there? Oh, you know what? Was it because... Did I not go south enough? Let's see. Maybe I did something wrong. Yes, we can walk here. Okay. You learn or remember something new every day. Okay, so you push that down and you follow in afterward. So now you want to shove the boulder all the way westward here. Once you use strength again. Push all the way westward, and that's going to reach a switch that we didn't have a boulder for previously. And that's going to remove that south barrier. This switch right here. So now that it removes that southern barrier, we can take this ladder up. We can take this ladder up. Oh, I actually think. Is there an item there? No. There's an item there. And we can exit right here. And that, my friends, is through Victory Road. We are on the Indigo Plateau. Forgot there's a little maze here. I totally forgot that there was a tiny maze. Okay. Well, a perfect time for Repel's effects to wear off. Well, friends, with that, I think we are going to probably call it an episode. When we return, we are going to face off against our final big run battle, and that is against the Elite Four. Thank you all for tuning in, and I will see you next time.